Catching Fire was my first one and only one, you know, until this one. So I was really interested to tackle it again with him. And then also when he presented that it would be a completely different look and a completely different time period, that was interesting to me. With Tom's character for Snow, again, it was trying to, you know, kind of had these little Easter eggs for the fans and kind of keeping this lineage from what we see as Snow and Songbirds, and then what we see of, you know, Donald Sutherland later as Snow, and having certain things kind of crossover as far as color palette or silhouettes and shapes. There was a lot of conversation about Lucy Gray's rainbow dress. You know, there's a lot of description in the book, and then there was the descriptions in the script. And for me, that's one of the things that I had to spend a lot of time in my head about, because I really wanted to be respectful to Suzanne and what she saw and wrote in her book. But as we know, you know, when you read, and what's great about books is we all can envision things in our own way. We all interpret things differently, even down to color. With Dr. Gold, one of the things Francis brought out to me early on was he said she has this Willy Wonka essence to her. And so, without getting to be too comical or repeating something that we've seen in other films or in the past, so for me, it was taking that into consideration, and also my wanting her to be, you know, a character in the film that is a little bit more fashion forward and advanced than, say, the rest of the people in the Capitol, just because of she's this mad scientist. For Tigress, she, along with Dr. Gold, were the two characters that I wanted to be the most Capitol-like. And with Tigress's character later, she is extremely fashion forward and very of the Capitol world. So I wanted to give a little hint of that in this film. And I also wanted to give a little nod to Effie's character in the very first Hunger Games. With Lucky's character, you know, he's scripted as he's a weatherman, and he's getting this great opportunity to be kind of the talking head of the Hunger Games. And with him, I wanted to have a progression of how he builds with fame. That was my first time working with Uli and his whole team, and I have to say the locations were really, really incredible. So it was talking with him early on to see, you know, where I could have color, where I needed to have lack of color. So seeing, you know, all these location photographs of, you know, these really kind of gray tones and very cement tones, and then talking with him about, you know, what we saw for the Academy, because I really wanted to use red